I know this is a discussion about technology, but I sometimes wonder whether we're putting the cart in front of the horse. And when we debate blockchain and quantum computing and all these things, it almost seems like all of a sudden there's new technologies that are dropping from the skies that now we're staring at, and we're hoping that they make our lives better and they bring down the costs and magically improve the revenues. I'm not sure how that's going to get accomplished, because the analogy is what Steve said, is moving off a mainframe and moving to Amadeus. At the end of the day, you're still doing the same thing. You're still trying to optimize your revenue. You're still trying to sell stuff. So I'm not saying that you should have kept your mainframe and that Amadeus is necessarily a bad product. Of course, it's not as good as ours, but that's you had to use that commercial break. So forgive me for saying that. But no, the point that I'm trying to make is, and this morning we had a session where we talked about commercial strategies in our sister forum, Res 2020. And the example of Netflix was brought up, and it's something that I learned, and I Googled it afterwards because I didn't know. They started off as renting out DVDs. And then they realized that, well, that's actually a stupid idea. Let's move into streaming and let's no longer have a pay-per-view, but let's have flat rates. That is a radical, that is not optimizing the box, that is thinking outside of the box. And I feel what we're doing in aviation, for the most part, in 99 of 100 cases, is we're trying to optimize the box. We're trying to make shipping DVDs more efficient, as opposed to changing what we're doing. And the technology that becomes available, the barriers of entry are getting lower and lower because of technology. And all of a sudden, eventually somebody will come and will put those pieces together. And we as guys in aviation are scratching our head wondering like, whoa, we didn't see that coming. And so it feels to me like it's not quantum computing, it's really quantum thinking. It's challenging the way we conduct business, the way we interact with the passenger, the way that the type of services we offer, and then technology will be an enabler. But more often we're looking at technology to solve our existing problems. And I don't think that technology is the solution to that. Technology is going to make our existing problems maybe a little less problematic. But the question is, to me, it's much more about how do we actually avoid the problem to start with going forward. So to me, it's quantum thinking instead of quantum computing, to really break down the boundaries of the boxes in which we are sitting, similar to what Ann said. Let's forget about the boxes. Let's really have a vision in place of what we want to be, regardless of which department exists, and then technology will be chosen based on what we are trying to accomplish. And again, more often I see it the other way around, people staring at technology hoping that it's going to solve a problem.